All right, guys, it finally happened. A nurse was caught creating fake COVID vaccination cards. Yep, it has finally happened. This has sort of been a scheme for a little bit of time now, as more and more people are being mandated to get vaccinated. People feel that they should have the choice not to get vaccinated at all. And then they are taking matters into their own hands and illegally creating their own COVID vaccine cards so that they can sort of keep it in their wallet or whatever it may be and just, flip it out whenever it's time to show the vaccine cards. There was even an Italian dentist who used a fake arm to get his COVID vaccine. Of course, he did not get his COVID vaccine, or didn't really happen as he had planned, as he got busted and didn't work out. I guess he wanted the vaccine just, not in his arm. Whatever it may be. Miss Tammy McDonald, who is the director of a health program, a health department, I should say, has been busted down in South Carolina for creating fake COVID vaccine cards. Now, honestly, there's not much to these cards. I mean, you really just sort of write your name, the patient's name, and there's a sticker, and that's, really about it. There's just not much to these cards. However, what Miss Tammy has that most people don't have, and this is honestly, as I read it, I was really surprised at how she got caught, and I'll get into that here in a second. She had lot numbers with expiration dates of the vials for the cards. This is something that no one really has. The public doesn't have this. Pharmacies have this. The nurse who's dispensing the medication has this. A lot number is the number that is designated by the manufacturer that goes on the vial that the medication comes in. This is used for tracking purposes. So if someone happens to have some sort of terrible allergic reaction or some sort of reaction to the medication, they can go back and see what lot number that medication was that individual got, and then contact everyone else who had that particular lot number of medication. Make sure that no one else has a reaction. Could just be that single person, or it could be that medication, that specific vial of medication that was given. If it is, that's a lot easier way of tracking it. So Miss Tammy had a way of putting this lot number, as she had lot numbers and expiration dates, as lot numbers have an expiration date that matches the lot number. So if you have a lot number and the expiration date is different, then you know that, the card is invalid. Miss Tammy had lot numbers and expiration dates to go with those lot numbers to match up for these cards. And I don't know how she got caught, to be quite honest with you. And I never really read how she got caught, simply because she had that information. It's almost like she did every single thing on the card except physically put the shot in someone's arm. And it's almost like if you didn't document it, it doesn't count. Well, she documented it, but it still don't count because she didn't do it. So I'm not exactly how she got caught. What I think happened is someone, maybe a clerical worker, went back and was typing in lot numbers and figured out, hey, this lot number's been used a few too many times. This vial didn't have this many vaccines in it. That's probably how she got caught, as the cards were created in June and July of this year. However, it wasn't until October, several months later, that she was actually questioned about the matter. So, as I said, my thought process, I think that what happened is someone else was documenting the lot numbers and realized, hey, this is too many lots. There's too many vaccines for this lot number. Something doesn't make sense, and it eventually tracked back to her, as she is the one who documented it. Now, it says in the newspaper in the news really, that she is 53 years old, and I can go ahead and tell you that as I was reading this article, this could not have been done by some new grad. This had to be done by someone who understands how lot numbers work with the expiration dates and how to use them. This was too smart of a plan. And to be quite honest, like I said, I don't know how she got caught. This was too smart of a plan for a new grad to create, because you have to sort of have the experience of being around lot numbers with expiration dates and how to document them in order to sort of sway the numbers. So that's how you already know, not to mention the fact that she's the director of the health department. You know, she evidently had been in this a while and fully understood exactly what these lot numbers were. Whew. If found convicted, Miss Tammy is facing some years in prison. Not only that, she's already probably looking at losing her license simply for documentation purposes, for falsification of the documentation on these fake COVID cards. So just that alone is going to cost her nursing license, not to mention the fact that she created these cards. Now you're looking at federal offenses. It's not looking good for Miss Tammy McDonald, and I kind of hate it for her. However, and I'm not saying this is a good thing, you kind of got to tip your hat to the thought process she put into this in order to get these cards out. She said that, someone had said that it was done for people who had a disagreement with getting vaccinated, which, yes, plenty of people don't want to get vaccinated. However, in order to keep their positions or their jobs, careers, whatever it may be, they need to be vaccinated. And they are reaching out to people to make fake cards for them. And this was a very good one. The fact that she had lot numbers with expiration dates is definitely the person you want to do that for you. I'm not saying please go to a nurse or a pharmacist who can create you a fake COVID ID. Don't do that. It's a terrible idea. Someone's eventually going to catch you, and you're eventually going to be in some trouble. If you do have concerns about getting the COVID vaccine, talk to someone before you go ahead and start creating fake IDs. That should never be an option. You should always have other options beforehand. See if there's other things you can do first, then, sort of move on from there. Don't just go ahead and start making fake IDs, because that's, like I said, you're eventually going to get caught, and it's going to be a terrible situation, as Miss Tammy McDonald is now finding out. Horrible situation for her. If you like Nurses Making the News on Thursday, there should be a playlist down below. You can check out the other Nurses Making the News on Thursday videos. If you like this video, check this one out over here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe over there. Hope it helps. Thank you much.